And I'm just trying to find my current live. It's not showing up. It's weird. It's funky. Funky, funky, funky. I'm just kidding. Where's it at? That's strange. Home. Oh, there we are. Found it. Found it. Let's go ahead and copy the link. And we want to share it to Facebook so all of our friends can find us. So, I don't know if you've heard the news or not, but, it sounds like Stampin' Up's going to be making a few changes. Sounds like they're pretty good. It's not supposed to happen until the end of the year, so I'm not as stressed as I normally might be, but I think it's something for everybody to keep an eye out. That's what I'm doing. So let me get my tablet loaded up. So some of the changes involve that I've heard of. Now, I don't know everything. I just know a little bit. Because I'm not an active demonstrator. I don't get as much information as just being a customer and stuff like that. But I have checked out a couple lives, and the basics is that the host codes are going away, and I think it's the dog barking at the door. Is anybody there? No, it's the dog. The host codes are going away, and the hey Sandy. So the host codes are going away, and also that the rewards, Stampin' Rewards is going away, and they're moving over to a different system, which is great. I also heard that Paper Pumpkin is also going to be part of the same system as everything else. And I've known for years that that was on a different system. You couldn't order from the home page. You had to go to a different page to order Paper Pumpkin. So it was really weird. So they're all going to bring that in-house together and everything else. So that's cool. What I've heard about the Stampin' Rewards going away is that they're going to do a new system. And in order to do the new system, you are required to have an account, which I do, which won't bug me, which won't bug a lot of people. And they're actually going to start giving 10% with every order over $20. So that's really cool. And it's not going to happen until later in the year or beginning of next year. So the way the lady explained it was either fourth quarter this year or the first quarter of 2025. So we've got a long time. Host codes are still going to work. Everything else is going to work. I think it'll be okay. So that's one of the things I want to talk about. Second thing is, it's the end of my SAB 2024. This is my last one. Next, on Thursday, I'm going to be going through the drawers. We're going to do a little organization. I don't know how that's going to go, but we're going to do a little organization. I'm excited about it. A little crying inside, but that's okay. So with this being my last card, I wanted to use my favorite set. I have loved the Lifetime of Love set. This is the stamp set right here. Lifetime of Love. You still got a couple days to get it if you don't have it. Find a demonstrator near you. My friend Sandy Cerise. Of course, Marcy Besecker. Besecker. I always say it wrong. I put the emphasis on the wrong thing. As a slew of others. Don't forget to check out StampinUp.com and find a demonstrator near you. That will help you. Until I can join again, and then, whenever my ruckamaroo is going on. I don't even know if I said that. The reason I dropped is because my son lost a grant. And so we had to cover that, and it was not an easy thing. So we're hoping everything will work out next semester. So the Lifetime of Love is a really cool one. But it's even cooler because two of their dies. Their dies are cute, so cool. It cuts out some of the DSP, which I'm going to show you later. But it has two shapes that I love, which is wreaths of any shape. And again, I've made cards with both of these, and I love them. So today I wanted to focus on the DSP and how you can cut out some of the pieces. You can fussy cut. You can use the little dies that come with it. Dies like this and like that. And there's another die down here. our color scheme, let me just show you some of the paper, the prints. This is the Forever Love DSP. And you can see I haven't used a lot of it. I still have plenty of time to use this because this is going to be around until the end of April. But getting something for free isn't. That's going away on Thursday. So make sure you get your orders in by Thursday if you're going to place an order. So lots of awesome prints. I'm going to try to show you both sides at the same time. And this is a 12 by 12 that I cut down into 6 by 6. Isn't that pretty? It's just so cute. And then there's even a piece of the I think it's Berry Burst. I believe it's Berry Burst. Moody Mauve, Pretty Pink, or Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, and Very Vanilla. So it's Moody Mauve that's in here. Beautiful color combination, everything else. So how's your day been going, Sandy? Hopefully better than mine. I have not been feeling good, but that's okay. I'll get through this and we'll be fine and everything else. If you're interested in a really, really good deal, go check out Marcy Besecker's page on YouTube. She's got a deal for everybody. If you purchase with her a $100 purchase, you will get a medium, and this is by the 29th. Or 28th? 28th. You'll get if you order $100 with her, you will get a medium. Is it really? Because we've been that warm over here. It's killing me. I'm in a t-shirt instead of a hoodie. But you'll get a medium box with retired items. You know, doesn't mean that, you know, they look like retired items. They're not been put through the ringer. I understand that Marcy is way better at taking care of her stuff than I am with mine. So I'm just going to lay this out in a way that I can understand. There we go. Here we go. So first, then second, then card, and then that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put the phone up. Now, I did change my location, so it might change how we see things a little bit. Well, it looks pretty good. Oh, I got to turn my little cap around. And what we've done is we've moved us more facing towards this direction. And my mount is now equal to me, so I can kind of adjust it as I need to. If I need to move it back or forward a little bit, we'll figure it out. But it's also going to be a little... No, that doesn't really help. I got to get... I ordered a shelf, a lightweight shelf to go on this side. Hey, Kathy. To kind of bring my lights up because I do not have enough lighting right now. I have a blank area that I don't have equal lighting and it's killing me. So let me get this up. Let me get this started. Like I said, I'm really excited about this card. Is it going to do it? Oh, it takes 2. I don't know why it takes 2. It takes 2, baby. There we go. So that works. Little dark. Let me see if this is going to help on that one or not. Not really. Let's see if we can get that a little bit better. Still got a lot of shadow, So, what is so great about this design, and I'm just going to show you this. It is a A2 with a top fold instead of a side fold. And I just cut this, or scored it, not cut, scored in half. This was one of the very first cards that I learned how to do, card styles. So you don't glue it or anything, you just leave it open. And you decorate the front panel, the second panel, this panel. Or you can put a larger panel in the center here and just cover that up. You know, and then do the inside and then a little bit of something here. So I want to do a little something here, a little something here, and a little less something here to get it done. So I'm going to start with my back panel. Now, I've only got room for 1 sentiment, and it's got, from the stamp set, and it's this Love You. So I'm going to pull that out. We love our friends. We love everyone else. And I'm just going to put that on a block. My color scheme for this is white, Coastal Cabana, the Pretty Peacock, Pool Party, and white. Now, I've already stamped this image. Hey, Tammy. I've already stamped this image, so it's ready to go. But it's not going to just look like that. So, that's the first panel. And again, you can do this multiple of ways. I'm just choosing to do my way. My way. So we've got that section there. And then on the back area, we're just going to go ahead and give ourselves a nice big, beautiful Coastal Cabana layer with a little leaf, because I thought that would be cute. Just a little leaf. So that's what we've got. That's what we're going to create. Okay, so I said that with the dies, you can cut out pieces. So I cut out these two with one of the dies that's in the die set. And I think those are adorable. And I don't know where I'm going to go with those yet. But I also fussy cut this one because I really love this one. And it doesn't have a die cut to it. But I love it. And I think it'll look really cute on the inside. I think we're going to put one underneath our leaves over here a little bit. And I think the other one is going to come up on the bottom here. Just a little bit. Might go a little higher, cover up that first layer, and just leave the little stem there. And then, again, so I'm going to do my sentiment first. So our sentiment is love you. I never do these straight. I always do them crooked. So I'm just going to... This is my dot. My dot always tells me I'm working on the right side. So this is up to me. My little... You can see my little dot there? There it is, right there. There's my dot. So I work with that, and I'm like, do I want to do it on paper? Do I want to do it on the cardstock itself? And I was like, well, if I go Coastal Cabana, it's not going to show up very well. And if I put it itty bitty, it's not going to show up very well. But I thought about if I cluster over here to create like a third panel, half of a third panel, I thought that would look cute. So that's where I'm going to put it. So we're going to use Pretty Peacock, bring a little bit more of that in there. And we do have two sides to this, so it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Which side is my dot on? That side. I have to figure out which side my dot's on. And I'm going to be trimming this with my trimmer. So cute. Where's my white beads? They're all the way over here. Super cute. I have loved this paper, the designs and everything else since the moment I got it. It's one of those ones where you just know you love it. It doesn't take much to convince you or anything else like that. Now, normally with a card like this, you do a little bit of ink blending. You would do a little extra and everything. I just wanted to take it very simple. Make it very easy to use. Put my Coastal Cabana away and get this off to the side here. Get my stamps. So again, trimmer. Where's my trimmer? I lost it. Okay, so we're just going to trim this up a little bit. It is not even, as you can see. This is hand cut paper. There it is. As straight line as straight can be with Eva. So I'm going to move it up. We're just going to trim it a little bit. Like I said, just a little bit. It doesn't need a lot. I want it a little bit chunky because it's such a little sentiment that if you don't leave it a little chunky, you know, just a nice little rectangle sentiment. And if you notice, I'm using this first bar here to kind of figure out where my letters need to go. So with this one here, we had the second letter, the last letter showing. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to kind of line it up right there. And we're going to cut that. Of course, if you had, you know, a smaller trimmer or a die that you would like to use, you can also use those. So we're going to start with the inside and then do our way to the outside. And again, I could have used white on the Coastal Cabana, but I was like, no. I don't want to use it like that. And I just put a little X in the middle. Actually, it's a this way sign. Just making sure things are kind of even everywhere. There we go. Pretty good. And then we need a little bit of dimensionals. So we're going to break open a couple more of this. Kind of bend it a little bit. Get it a little bendy. Break them apart. A little bit easier to grab that way. And the only one I'm going to pop up is this one. I would love to pop up the sentiment, but it's just not going to work. So we're going to go ahead and layer this. Did have two other ones. Where'd they go? I'm going to layer it, but I'm not going to go flat. I'm going to go kind of sideways. And then we've got our little flower here. And I had a different one. Where did it go? What did I do with it? There it is. So I did 3 colors in case I needed to change my mind. See, that's the Coastal Cabana. And I think because I used white cardstock, we might just come in with a little bit. I think I like that. We'll come in with a little bit of the Pool Party instead of Coastal Cabana or white. And we'll just save those for another project. Like I said, not going away. Just taking a little break. I was telling my cousin, I said, oh, I poorly planned out this release because I should have gotten at least 4 more stamp sets. What'd I get? Oh, I got a package. It's an itty bitty package, but I got a package. Y'all can't take the fact that I got a package away from me. I think it's just classic colors, you know, Tammy. I think it's one of those collections where you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. And I think a lot of people love Coastal Cabana, Pool Party, and Pretty Peacock all together. It's just one of those ones. So I'm going to start with the middle panel now. And I'm going to layer everything before I attach it, because there's no pop-ups on any of these. We're going to pop up our image here. So I'm going to get this out of the way. So each section has around 3 to 4 layers. So I've got this layer, then that one, and then this one is going to have the Coastal Cabana, the Forever Love DSP, the white cardstock, and then the piece of, this is a different pattern too, and I like the little roses, but I liked how when I laid this down, all you saw was a bunch of edges and stems and stuff like that. Leaves, stems, edges of florals and stuff. I thought it was such a cool place to put something at. So let me layer this on. Just trying to make sure everything's nice and even. And then our little floral piece is going to actually be popped up. They're like, Eva, why'd you add the white? Because you got to break it up. You can't just do the same colors on the same colors every single layer. You got to have a little different. So for this one, we just want 3, I think. 3, 2. 2 is good. Normally, I'd have something on every edge of this, but it is the inside of a card, so I don't want to put too much. Like, it can be pushed down to go in nice and gentle and everything. So your card envelope isn't going to be too poofy. You know, you might need an extra dime for this. Extra 15 cents. So we're going to bring that back. And again, I want to make sure that my bottoms are kind of lined up, but you know me, I'm blind. I can't see. Let's see. Hey, that's pretty good. I think this one's a little bit higher than that one, but yeah. C'est la vie. So, last layer. And again, I stamped that little stamp in Coastal Cabana because I love that stamp. It's just those little daisies, the little bud up here, and I think it's such a pretty stamp. But I don't have enough Stampin' Right or Stampin' Blends to fill that in, and I just felt so bad. So this time we're going to do a little bit of popping because it's our cover. Gotta have a little bit of popping. So we're going to add one to that one. We're going to flip this over and we're going to go corners and the middle. So just like so. So we got a little layer popped since it's on the outside. Thanks for the share. I appreciate it. Thanks for the likes. Don't forget when we're done to... I actually want that one to the top. Do I? No, the leaf is going this way. I'm going to go with the leaf. Don't forget to share this and leave a like and comment on the regular, not just the live, but come back and leave a comment on the regular one. Oh my goodness, so many pieces. So many pieces. I was telling Jeannie today, my friend Jeannie, about Beyonce's country song that's making a hit all over YouTube and Twitter and everything else. And I was just like, oh, that's really cool. I got a little burr right there. Get that going. Nope, still there. Where's my scissors? You just get these little burrs from when the paper gets cut and your blade starts wearing down. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them. Just go that way. And then our little flower again is going to get popped up. And we're just going to make sure that we can still see that stem. But I still get to see my little bud and the other ones and the leaves and everything else. Now, this would be one of those cards that would be really great with using the DSP for an envelope. Don't have any good envelopes. I have cheap envelopes, and they're not that great. So just checking to see if that looks pretty good. It does. We're going to lay that down. And I just want to show you from this point of view, that's how you open your card. So again, you could do it a different way and add another piece right here. But this is how I chose to do mine. I think it looks pretty. Got a little bit of the DSP going on as far as die cuts and fussy cut. A little branch because, you know, send a little bit of a piece. Oh, thanks, Kathy. I appreciate it. I wish I would have shifted it just a little bit. Let me see if I can still shift it. No. No, I cannot. If I had shifted it just a smidge over or made this a little bit smaller, I could have fit everything in this panel. But I think it's good. And like I said, it's not that thick. You do have the little bit of dimension in the middle there. But it's not by much. You're going to be able to squish this down in an envelope pretty well. And again, lots of area for writing. As well as the entire back if you really get into a long message. So, I don't often show this, but one of the very last things that I do with any card that I make is I sign it. So, I just find myself a nice little area. Right here is nice and flat, so I do my EB 2024. And then my full name. Teeny tiny. Little swirl. Little swirl. So if you ever give away your cards and people are wondering, well, who made that? And they can't remember, signing your cards or stamping your cards, personalizing them helps you a lot. So last area that we don't have on here is any bling. We need some bling. So I'm going to get my pokey tool out of its protective shield. And we're just going to add some bling to the top cover. I don't really think we need it anywhere else. I might add a couple pieces here because it's out. It's out and it's about. But I was telling Jeannie about Beyonce's country song and how it's made a really big impact on over the internet and everything else. I was like, well, what did you expect? She's a genius, you know? So I'm going to put 5 on here. I'm going to go with one of the big ones and the Pretty Peacock. And then I'm going to go with, I'm just going to bring this down. We'll get it over here. So, yeah, everything's on the same level. Nothing should move. And again, the Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock foil gems. Really cool. I like them. Be one of those ones where it's like, can I get that forever? Instead of knowing that they're going away. Yeah, everything, you know, it's one of those things. It's like, oh, I got plenty of glitter on here, you know, that the foil color of gold on there. But you get it and you're all like, blam. I was like, whew. Again, if you didn't want to put something to lift here, put an extra sentiment in there. Find some of your favorite sentiments. Find a few different sentiments. Nobody says you have to use one sentiment per card. Not in my house anyway. So I know this was a quick card and everything else because I know Thursday is going to be long. Long, long, long. I'm going to try to keep it under an hour, but I doubt if it'll happen. So let me bring this down. Ah, there we go. Okay, well, I'm less one hand and the mount is in my face. So I'm going to move that real quick. So I'm going to let the internet catch up with me really quick. I have been looking at storage solutions. And I have fought the idea that I want to spend $200 on a single item. It's not going to happen anymore. I was planning on doing Stampin' Up's ink pad storage. Okay. But when I started adding it up, it was a very expensive item. Whereas I could get 2 of the items at Stampin' Storage for about the same price. So I'm probably going to go with Stampin' Storage. Now, they have 2 items that I really like. They have a stamp holder, you know, so you can have them like this in a little container. And it's got like that. It's got an itty bitty shelf and then it's got a large shelf. Well, the chance of me having more than 20 stamps at a time is going to be a miracle. I really have to fall in love with something to buy it. I'm very particular about the stuff that I buy, and I don't buy just everything. I also buy per catalog. So in this case, I should have bought like 6 more stamp sets, 4 to 6 more stamp sets to get me all the way through. So I could have had enough of a rotation and stuff. Next catalog is approximately, well, it's 3 months long. So that's 12 weeks. So anywhere between, so double that, about 24 stamp sets and dies. That's what I need out of the regular catalog. So that's how I do my planning. And then when the mini comes around, the fall mini or the holiday mini will, again, set that pace of having that many. Ugh, that many. I'm going to turn this off so my face is a little bit more even. So that's how I plan out my stuff. So I don't have a huge amount of stamps. I used to. It was a pain in the butt. So I plan on just, you know, sticking to what I really need or want versus everything. You know, I'm not an everything stamper. I'm a, ooh, I really love that stamper. So I'm hoping to get a lot of great picks out of the new catalog that's coming in May. I'm very excited about it. I'm sorry to see Celebration go, but you guys know as well as I do that Celebration isn't forever. It only lasts 2 months. And in as much as I've had a lot of fun, my Celebration items are already sorted aside. And I will probably be doing a giveaway in the next week or so to give those to a new home or something like that. Whatever I choose to do. But So I have, let me see what Kathy says. Ah, I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah. See, and that's the thing. We all have the things that we want. And a lot of the things that other people want are either in somebody else's craft room already or ideas that they've picked up from a location or two and they've just kind of left it there hanging in the wings. We're not rich. We are not rich by any means. Um, so having the idea of spending $200 on any one thing is not really feasible for me. So getting two items or maybe even three items for the same cost, it's really one of those choices that I'm not going to make not going to make it hard for myself. I would love the clean, simple look of Stampin' Up's ink storage solution. Um, but it's not in my budget. It's just not going to be there. The other issue that the other ink storage solves is additional place to put and hang my lamps because I need X amount of lighting facing down. And right now I don't have that. And I have ordered a little shelf, little itty bitty shelf. It's going to be right here on the edge of my desk. And I'm hoping that it doesn't stick out too far because I am the queen of running into things, bumping my elbows, slamming my toes, all the fun stuff that happens when you're a klutz. All of that happens. So I think it'll be a good thing for me. I do want to talk to them. I want to figure out a couple of things. Not to them, a friend of a friend. Used to be a friend back in the day. I want to talk to her and see if she has some time to show me what these look like because I want to have the ability to say, hey, what do you really think about this? Is this something good? Now I have Stampin' Storage ink pad holders. They are not for these. They are for the old style. They are for every other stamp or ink pad out there, but they are not for these. These are much wider than what the ink pad will hold. So, nah, I already thought about it. No, won't work. So then I look at, okay, what are my options? Well, I could go with scrapbook.com. Yeah, that's plastic and it doesn't really fit. I did the measuring. It doesn't really fit. So I think Stampin' Storage, rather than just having them stacked on my desk, will be a benefit. Another thing is that, like I said, I've got my cubbies in back. You can see my stamps. I move them up. This is where my stamp storage solution will be. So it fits in the cubbies. It's got enough space for around 20 or so stamp sets with dies. And then it's got a little shelf on top. Now, you're like, Eva, what's the price? What? What's the what? I don't know what you're talking about. It's about $75 to $80. That's what it is for one that fits in the IKEA. And I could be wrong. It could be $89. I looked at three specific items. One was a ribbon holder because I like the ability to have things put away nice and neat, but not in a drawer. Because if they're in a drawer, unless it's my tools, I'm never going to use them. Ever. Never. I got paintbrushes in there that I spent good money on. Paints, nope. Never going to use it. I am a visual I have my 360 system. You know me, if I can't turn or reach it within 360, I'm not going to use it. That's just that's the way I roll. I'm not going to do it. So the ribbon storage, the stamp storage, and ink storage, those are the solutions. Another benefit, I have been looking at other camera mounts because this one is getting old. It is cracking under the Arizona weather that we have here, the difference from day to day in the temperatures. We can go a 30 degree different in one day. So it might start off at 70 degrees, but it'll go to 100 something degrees. So those are the types of changes that our temperatures go through in a single day. And it can be hard on certain things. That has rubber in it. Rubber is not something that holds together great in Arizona. Not that I've found. It is breaking. Phones are getting heavier, bigger. So it's all of that. So I've been looking at some other mountains as well. And you're all like, but Eva, how long is this going to take? Well, the rest of my life, maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping to get the storage and stuff around the time that I come back to Stampin' Up. June, May, June, July, somewhere around there. And then the stamp storage is probably the thing I'm going to worry about the most, because it is going to hold that little shelf that I was talking about that's above the the ink storage. Is going to hold my new mount, as well as 2 additional lights, or at least 1 additional light. So that's what I'm hoping for there. As far as the rest of the stuff, who knows when I'll get it? Who knows when I'll get a chance to go through it? I do want to go through the drawers. We're going to do that Thursday. I have not figured out how the heck I'm going to hold a camera up over there while I'm pulling stuff out. So what I might do is put everything in bins. That way you guys can see the bins laid out. You know, they're probably going to be on my bed. And that way I can go, this is drawer 1, drawer 2, drawer 3, drawer 4, 5, and then drawer 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because there are 5 drawers in each of the IKEA units. Right. Yeah, I can count. I can do the math. So we're going to work on those Thursday. It'll be continuing the Crafty Storage lives. That'll be on one of those, not the Crafty Goodness kind of lives. It's like, I don't even know what I named the playlists. Oh, it was SAB. So this will be my final in SAB 2024. And then when I do come back in May, June, July, whenever I come back, I'm hoping sooner rather than later, but we still have some other fees for the new school year, the next term in college. So we've got some more fees we got to pay. So I might as well get those out of the way before I get locked into anything. But again, changes are coming to Stampin' Up. Some people are going to take it very well. Some people are not going to take it very well. Just remember, the most important thing as a buyer, a customer, is that you create your own account. It is the utmost important that you create your own account, because that little bit that they're going to give you per the 10% per order over 20 is going to require you to use that on your next purchase. So a lot of places give you points for purchases. It's the same thing, only it's a percentage. So for every $20 you order or more, you get $2. You order 50, you get $5 for the next order. And you don't have to use it on the very next order. You can save it for a few orders down the road, where it's like, oh, you know, I really want out of the new catalog, but I don't really want to spend that much. So because it's going to go in effect later this year, and I know I jumped. I'm sorry, I jumped back to the updates. Because it's going to go in effect later this year or the beginning of first quarter next year, one of the best things about it is that it may be there with the new catalog. So you can prep for SAB, you can prep for the holiday mini and stuff like that. And people are still going to be able to have fun. Make sure you get an account, though, because I think it's going to be important. If you don't have an account of your own, set one up. I think even Demonstrator should have a backup account. One that you use a different email for in case something goes wrong with the system or something like that. Great way for you to have a secondary amount of points too. Backup! I always like backup. Gotta have backup. Anyway, thanks for joining me on my final live of the celebration catalog for 2024. Thursday we'll be back for some, I didn't even call it scrap. What was it? Craft space organization. And until then, you guys take it easy. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining me. And I got to go hit the awkward button. I'll see you guys later. Bye. I don't even know if I said it was me. Ugh, I'll worry about that later. It's too crazy these days. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Tammy. Thanks, Sandy. Thanks for joining me today, ladies. Bye-bye now.